looking in the mirror. Do I look good? I got my extra bands on. I got my other shoes on. We need more dogs.
And welcome back to the latest and greatest episode of the Shaving Points podcast. Joined, as always, by my co-host, Quentin Crisco, as we welcome you in to a 6-0 Texas Tech team that is the best team in the country.
Best in the country.
No doubt.
We're going to the shit.
Yeah. Ohio State, better watch your titties. All right. But for NFL, we're moving on. What is this, week
7? Week 7.
Week 7. Flying through it. We go through all the games, talk spreads, talk totals, break down every individual game. And then we will also do a quick 10 to 15 minute pod. Just a flash through with our favorite teaser of the week. Summary.
Yeah. Summary. Word of the day.
And the Lions ruined our teaser last week.
Yeah, fucking Lions.
I think
never
the
betting
Chiefs
on Detroit again.
I think the Chiefs are inevitable now, but we'll get to that here in a minute.
They might be.
They might be. All right, so we're almost halfway through the season. Give us some mid-season thoughts. What are the Bears going to make a run here? Are the Bears about to be like 6-2?
Mid-season Bears thoughts sitting at 3-2. They got the Saints, they got the Ravens, they got the Bengals, they got the Giants, and then stuff gets hard with Vikings, Steelers, Eagles, Packers, and they got the Browns. I mean, over the next 4 games, hopefully they'll win at least 3 of them. The only one that I'm like, maybe not is the Ravens, because Lamar Jackson will be back. So, like, yeah, 6.
Do the Ravens play Lamar Jackson? Do the Ravens play Lamar Jackson? I mean, I guess the division. I looked at the Ravens schedule earlier, and the division's definitely still in hand. They play the Steelers twice. They can rattle off 8 or 9 straight, but it's going to take a lot with that defense. And at what point do you just shut down a soft tissue injury for your 2-time MVP? Time will tell.
Yeah, I because it's so much more than Lamar that's wrong with them right now. So, like, I mean, I don't know.
But they almost have to play him against the Bears. Like, they don't really have a choice.
Yeah.
You if you're a Bears fan, you're kind of hoping that game is about 2 or 3 weeks later, because if Lamar comes back and they still lose 1 or 2 games, they may just shut him down for the season.
But what if the Steelers get the first round bye?
Then they'll lose in the divisional round.
I mean, it's between, like, them and the Colts are the only 1-loss teams in the AFC. Patriots? They have 2 losses.
They're not a 1-loss team, but their schedule.
Oh, yeah, they might.
Easy.
They might. And then,
I don't think the Patriots go worse than like 13-4.
Yeah, I mean, that schedule is really, really nice to them. Any other surprises in there? I mean, the Colts are a giant surprise, and they're a juggernaut. I don't know if they're a team that can win in the playoffs, but I think they're a team that can win week to week, if that makes sense. Like, you get them in a playoff setting, and I mean, they had the game against the Broncos where it was like nut cutting time and they got it done. But I mean, outside of that, they were A.D. Mitchell's dumbass away from being undefeated right now. And then, like, the Jaguars, they've got the Titans twice still. I
don't think the Jaguars are frauds, but if I'm an AFC contender, I don't think I'm worried about the Jaguars yet.
Neither am I. I'm wondering what the ceiling is for them, because, like, I see 4 to 5 more wins.
11-6.
Yeah, I guess if they, like, because say they beat Raiders, Titans twice, Jets, and the Cardinals, that would get them to 9. Then they have the Rams, they have the Texans, they have the Chargers, they have the Colts twice, and the Broncos once. So, like,
Yeah, I'd say 11. Like that's a fair ceiling, I think. Are the Texans out?
No, I think they're the 7th seed. I think they're gonna find themselves to 10 wins. And
So
I think the AFC 10 wins get you in. I think we're gonna see. This is where being a Bills fan worries me the way we've been playing. But to me, it looks like the wild cards are going to be Jags, Texans, Chiefs. Unless Chiefs win the division, and then it's Bills.
no. Broncos are 4-2.
I think Chiefs win the division. I don't have any faith in the Broncos.
Neither do I, but I mean, I'm just looking at their schedule here. It's
They
not
play
easy.
twice.
It's not easy. That their schedule is definitely not a cakewalk.
And I mean, I haven't seen anything from the Broncos right now that would give me a lot of faith.
No.
But I mean, Bo Nix a lot. Maybe he finds a rhythm. We'll see. But I mean, to this point in the season, that defense is really good.
Yeah.
But you got to find some offense somewhere.
Who's more likely to find a rhythm, Bo Nix or Justin Herbert?
I would say Bo Nix just because his team is not depleted.
Okay. I think that's fair. Like the offensive tackle situation for the Chargers is like one of the worst situations
and
I've seen in years.
The running back situation for the Chargers, like
yeah.
If you're depleted on the offensive line, but you can run the ball, that takes a lot of pressure off your quarterback.
So, do we only see one playoff team out of the AFC West?
I think so. I think the way the AFC South lines up, I think they're getting 2 to 3 teams.
Okay. And then in the NFC, who the hell is winning the NFC East? Are any of these teams good?
I want to say the Cowboys are going to win it, but losing to the Panthers hurts that a lot.
That defense ain't going to win many. Like you can't make the playoffs with that defense, right?
Yeah, but so the Jets are going to go on a fire sale. But even if you go out and get a Quinnen Williams if you're the Cowboys or a Quincy Williams, like that's not the issue. It's everything. It's Eberflus. It's everything. So maybe they do try to make a move. I mean, that offense is insane. If that defense can just be, that's the only reason why I say the Cowboys, because that offense is just clicking on another level right now.
Well, and CeeDee Lamb will be back eventually.
Yeah, that's without CeeDee Lamb right now. And I tend, like, for regular season making a run, I tend to trust offense more than defense, because a defense could only get you so far. I mean, just look at the Cleveland Browns. So that would be my only reason for picking the Cowboys. I would have said the Commanders, but they don't look that good at all. And I don't trust. What if the Giants just do it?
That's what I wanted to hear, brother. Just Brian Daboll finding his way to the playoffs again.
They're like 10-7,
9-8,
9-8. Yeah, I mean, we could see it. I mean, getting a division win against Philly is huge. They lost to the Cowboys. I think they've already lost to the Commanders too, but I mean, they can make a run. I mean, that team, that defensive line is dangerous. But yeah, I mean, the NFC East is the most compelling division, but I don't see any contenders there right now. You have Baker Mayfield versus the world in the NFC South.
You do.
I mean, is there a single starter left on that team outside of Baker Mayfield right now?
No.
It's just Baker versus the world, and that's
the Pied Piper, man. He walks
the best
in the building
Baker
and says,
there is.
He, and everyone follows.
And then you have the Falcons, who I said it last week. Like their bye week was a loss, but since their bye week was a loss, they were going to come out and win that game, and I was right.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't want to be right, but I was right.
Let's explain that a little bit. The Falcons cannot win 2 games in a row. They can win every other week. So if their bye week counts as their loss, they can win 2 in a row, right?
Which could help them out tremendously.
Yeah, tremendously.
So
huge.
San Francisco this week, I'm gonna be on San Fran. But speaking of San Fran, NFC West, Seahawks, Niners,
Seahawks are real.
Rams.
All 4-2.
You think they all make playoffs?
I don't know if the 49ers will get there. No
Very
Bosa,
injured.
no Fred Warner. I think that's going to be really tough to overcome for their defense.
But they had the MVP,
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. You bet the wrong guy for MVP.
Yeah. No, Brock Purdy was my like dark horse MVP kid. Should have been Baker, obviously. I thought about Baker, but then I was like, I'm gonna go with Purdy because of Shanahan and like it.
Yeah.
I should have went with Baker.
And then NFC North is all of a sudden very interesting. Packers aren't good.
Second year in a row where enter week 6. They are the only division where every team is above 500.
So I don't think the Packers are good. That defense doesn't look great. Micah Parsons isn't making the impact that literally everybody in the world said that they were going to be the best team ever because they got Micah Parsons. Pretty sure he has like a sack and a half on the year and not a whole lot of pressures.
But how does
not doing a whole lot to
everyone
stop the
else
run?
been? Like
not good.
Like Rashawn Gary has 4.5, Devontae Wyatt has 2, Van Ness has 1.5, like, and Parsons has like I do think Parsons has helped the other guys eat on passing downs, but he doesn't help the run defense. And
I mean, does he bring more or less to the table than losing 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark?
I think it's less, and I always thought it was less. So like that, that is valid. But I will say I have been very impressed with their run defense. I did not think they would be doing what they've done.
Losing Kenny Clark and adding him.
And TJ Slayton. TJ Slayton was a super underrated nose tackle who went to Cincinnati. And like, so they lost their 2 best run stuffing defensive tackles this offseason. They haven't missed a beat.
I'll be real interested to see what that run defense looks like next time they play the Lions.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they played a perfect first quarter against the Lions and put them in a hole. And I mean, we talked about it in person. It's like they played a perfect first quarter and just coasted from there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then just got crowned after that. Like
crown their asses.
Bears are winning the North.
Ooh, spicy. I'm here.
Caleb has arrived.
I still think it's the Lions to lose, but like I'm here. I love that.
Rome Odunze got robbed of a touchdown.
Dude, that lost me 2 bets last night.
Oh,
like
man.
Seriously, that combined with a penalty that called back a Colson Loveland catch, 3 bets lost between those 2 plays. And both the penalties were ridiculous, like phantom calls.
Haters.
Yeah. Just
all right. Well, now that you got it, we've got into that. One last question. Pretty easy question. I don't think it's up for debate, but who's our MVP halfway through the season?
It's Baker.
It's Baker.
It's always been Baker since week 1.
Yeah, it's forever Baker. I mean, he's doing everything the Baker way.
I mean,
did you see the Tez Johnson interview
about MVP?
Yes. Why are they chanting me? Why are they chanting me for MVP? I only have 8 catches on the year.
So that was hysterical. But, I want to bring up the old Hugh Jackson, like what was it, the quote about Baker being like, God, where is it? He called Baker the Pied Piper of OU football, just because like he walked in the facility, just went hee hee, and then everyone else went hee hee, and they just followed suit like that. That is the most true thing ever.
Yeah,
that is what Baker does.
Comes into your trap, takes over the trap.
Yeah. He's ridiculous.
I mean, if you're Cleveland right now, looking at this defense, and a guy you drafted first overall who won you a playoff game in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania versus the Steelers at Heinz Field before it changed its name, you let walk out the door. Then 5 years later, that same guy wins MVP of the league while you have the league's best defense and can't do shit on offense. If there's not a more Browns thing to ever happen, it's that.
I heard a really interesting take on this the other day, though, and it was not from a Browns fan. I need to preface it with that. That, Baker might not be the same guy right now if he never went through all that. Like, there's a very real chance that he needed some humbling and to take a fresh look at how he works and how he approaches the game. And I think that he was forced to do that by how he had to bounce around.
That could be true, but he also played through injury when he shouldn't have.
Oh, he did. And I think he lost a lot of trust in himself through that, like of his ability and like I don't know that he ever refined his game in Cleveland, I guess would be that's the question that I have about him staying there.
Yeah, but I think Stefanski's a good coach. I think they would have figured it out. Maybe he's not playing at the level he's playing at right now, but the Browns are a top 7 football team right now with Baker Mayfield.
They'd be better with Baker Mayfield, 100%. No question there. the Carolina Panthers would be better with Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Not the Rams, though.
They probably about the same.
Yeah.
They're not worse with Baker Mayfield.
No. They're about equal, I think.
Yeah. But, all right, let's get into this week. Starting out with Thursday Night Football, we have Pittsburgh going on to Cincinnati to take on the Joe Flacco-led Bengals. Cincinnati's 5.5-point home dogs, 42.5-point total here. Thursday Night Football, 64-year-old Aaron Rodgers. This has got to be up there for, like, highest combined age of starting quarterbacks. I think it's
like 85 years or something combined.
Yeah, it has got to be up there. I mean, you got to look at Tom Brady's later years, and maybe he played some like really, really old veterans. But I mean, Joe Flacco retired 3 years ago.
No, he didn't. Flacco is 11-11 career against the Steelers, and like he beat them last year. Actually, it was in Indy. It was with the Colts, so like the much better roster than what we're talking with the.
Joe Flacco played for the Colts last year.
Yeah. Joe Flacco was the best quarterback on the Colts last year. Everywhere he goes, he's managed to be the best quarterback. It's incredible.
It's incredible.
But like I like Cincy here.
Yeah, I like him with the 5.5. Their defense actually looked like they had a pulse last week, and in the second half, it looked like Joe Flacco kind of went full fuck it mode, like we talked about last week.
Well, and that I sent you the like quote today. It was just like, yeah, if it was Joe Flacco. He's like, yeah, Jamar wants to freelance. I'll find you. Like, it's just like he's ready to just let it bomb, man.
I mean, what could it hurt? And I think Pittsburgh's kind of riding the high right now. I think they're a good team. I think Aaron Rodgers is playing good, but I think they're due for a humbling, like scratch of the head loss. Like, I don't know if I'm confident enough to say like since he's going to cover or to win this, but 5.5 on a short week with a guy like Flacco and the weapons that are there in Cincy, I think they can fuck around and keep this thing close.
I agree. I mean, I'm taking it. I think a Thursday night like game that was closer than it should be, maybe even loss for Pittsburgh makes sense. Like that just feels kind of right.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll take Cincy here.
Okay. And the model likes the over 42.5 in this one.
Yeah, Thursday nights always scare me with overs, but probably not your worst over.
For whatever it's worth, model was 8-3 last week.
Model's
3-1 on unders overall, 4-3 on overs overall this season.
Nice. All right, next up we have the Rams going to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Jaguars are 3-point home dogs to the Rams, 44.5 point total here. Is Puka back? Is he healthy?
Puka is not playing this game.
Puka's not playing.
Supposedly.
Okay.
That's last I heard.
I kind of want to take the Jags here. I think they might be feisty. But that Rams team is just so good. They're firing all cylinders right now. Matt Stafford looks really good. Even without Puka, I mean, Devontae Adams is still there. They've been spreading the ball out everywhere. The Whittingham from Texas dropped a couple big balls last week. But I gotta think Los Angeles rolls here.
Are the Jaguars ever going to play a road game?
No, they're at home all year.
Okay,
It's the gift to them before they get shipped off to London.
Yeah, I guess so. The back end of their schedule has to just be like road. Because like I feel like they're home every week.
Yeah.
I have to think Sean McVay is gonna make this a game no matter what, even without Puka, Sean McVay, and Matt Stafford, and they have
3-hour time difference for Los Angeles.
It is. It's an early game too, so that's like. No, is it only 3 hours? Yeah, I guess so.
It'll be a 9 a.m. kickoff for LA.
9 a.m. kickoff for the Rams, basically. Man, I just do not trust Trevor Lawrence.
I don't trust Trevor Lawrence.
I don't trust Trevor Lawrence at all. I can't have this.
Yeah. No, I can't do it either. All right, next up we have Philly going to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. Vikings are 2.5 point home dogs here, 43.5 point total. Model likes the Vikings here at plus 2.5. I probably like the Vikings here. I mean, Saquon does not look good. I think he's averaging like 2.9 yards a carry this year. Jalen Hurts can't seem to throw the ball downfield. You have trade rumors all over the place for A.J. Brown. Do they trade A.J. Brown and immediately turn around and trade for a Garrett Wilson or something? I don't know what the Jets are going to do with their fire sale. Yeah, Philly just seems in a whole sort of disarray right now, and I love the coaching in Minnesota. This seems like a little bit of a rat, but I gotta lean Minnesota here.
You know who returned to practice
for Minnesota?
Mm-hmm.
No,
JJ McCarthy.
Oh, if JJ McCarthy starts this game, I'm taking Philly.
I don't think he's going to start, but like this is one of the weirdest situations I can remember.
I don't think Kevin O'Connell puts JJ McCarthy back into the starting lineup. They're going to keep finding ways to not start him until they have to flat out say he's not our starting quarterback. Yeah, I think this whole injury thing has been a fugazi from the beginning.
Yeah, so do I. Like it's been very bizarre, and like that, like the rumors this offseason about like them potentially wanting Aaron Rodgers, and like there's some smoke there that I'm kind of starting to buy. Of like I just don't really know how much they believe in JJ. Wait, this is a revenge game.
Revenge game.
Carson Wentz revenge game.
Big time revenge game.
Big time Carson Wentz revenge.
Basically won an MVP in the city of Philadelphia.
Yeah, I still see jerseys out here for Carson Wentz.
I love that.
Has he ever played? Carson Wentz is 0-1 against the Eagles. No touchdowns, no interceptions, 9 sacks. He took 9 sacks in one game against the Eagles.
Who was he playing for?
Probably the Colts. That had to be the Colts.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I gotta lean Minnesota here, but
I'm leaning. I was gonna take Minnesota, but after thinking about Carson Wentz against the Eagles, I can only do a lean. I have to think there's gonna be some like head fuckery going on.
at least it's in Minnesota.
Yeah, but I'm only a lean. Model likes Minnesota plus 2.5 though.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have the Raiders going to Kansas City, take on the Chiefs. Chiefs are 11.5-point favorites here, 45.5-point total here. Chiefs don't cover big spreads. It's not enough for me to take the Raiders. I think the Chiefs cruise to an easy victory here. Rashee Rice is back. I think the Chiefs are just going to quietly go like 12-5, either win the division or like be the 5 or 6 seed at the end of the year, and then just waltz their way into another Super Bowl appearance. They look so good against the Lions. I think that defense is coming along. The way Mahomes played, and we saw the big three of the big four, I guess, all finally healthy for KC last week, with Worthy healthy, Hollywood Brown healthy, and Juju healthy. You had Rashee Rice into that mix, who's clearly the number one receiver on the team, and that offense is about to start humming. Travis Kelce's catching footballs finally, and Pacheco still running like his head's on fire. I think the Chiefs are about to go on a monster run, but at the same time, they don't cover big spreads. They just beat the Lions by double digits. I wouldn't be surprised if they go win this game by 5 or 6 points, but the game's never in doubt.
I feel like the Raiders always play the Chiefs close.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Hold on.
But Mahomes is 12-2 against him in his career. Ultimately, I can't take the Chiefs here. I want to, but I can't because, like Jay said, the Chiefs look like they've started to find themselves here, and that is a scary thing to bet against. Mahomes has been looking awesome the last few games, and that is the best quarterback in the world, ladies and gentlemen. So, like, when he starts rolling, I have a really hard time betting against it, and I can't in good faith take the Chiefs minus 11.5 here because that's a big old number. Part of me wants to take the over 45.5 because I do think Kansas City's defense is vulnerable, but like they gave up 31 to Jacksonville, gave up 24 to 20 to a hurting Baltimore Ravens team, but they also only allowed 17 to the Lions last week, and the Lions are that's a high-powered offense. So I'm not even sure I can actually take the over. So I'm just passing on this one. I'll find different things to bet because I don't think there's a quality bet in that Raiders Chiefs game there. Now, next up here, we got the New Orleans Saints going to Chicago. First home game for the Bears in like 3 weeks. Last time the Bears were in that stadium, they were getting booed in the first half for not doing enough on offense against the Cowboys, and before they actually took over that game and won big. But it's going to be a very different vibe in Soldier Field. It's going to be a very loud, hostile environment relative to what it was the last time they played.
Is this the most hope Chicago's had since 2019?
Probably.
Yeah, and this is a game you got to win. I mean,
since 2021, since Justin Fields' rookie year. That's the last time there was this much hope.
Was that when
they died
like,
really fast?
Was that were they 4-0 and then went 4?
Oh no, they never really won games. There was a lot of hope because it was Justin Fields.
Oh, okay. Wasn't there a year where they were 3-0, 4-0, or something like that, and then into the season with
2020? They made the playoffs as the 7 seed and lost to the Saints 20-7 or 20-6, and the only touchdown was a walk-off Jimmy Graham touchdown as time expired, and then he dunked it and then ran straight up the tunnel.
Love that.
It was
probably
hysterical. Yeah, probably. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
No, but this is a game Chicago has to win. I mean, Saints are maybe the worst team in the NFC, but still frisky. I mean, they're still playing good ball. It's definitely can't take them lightly, Spencer Rattler's playing decently well. And it seems like they're well coached and they do a lot of things right. So this has got to be one of those games you expect to win, but you're cautiously optimistic if you're a Bears fan.
Yeah, I think I'm taking the over in this one.
Over 45.5.
Yeah, because the Bears, they have not had a major problem moving the ball into the red zone. It's been getting 7 in the red zone, and I think the Saints are a team that you're going to be able to get somewhat right against in that aspect. And the Saints have put up like 14-20 against everybody. So
are you at all worried about what's his name?
Spencer Rattler?
No, the Taysom Hill. Are you worried about getting Taysom Hill in this game? No, he had a touchdown last week.
Did he? I didn't even see that.
He had 1 touch for a touchdown.
So let me put it this way: I'm not worried about getting Taysom Hill because I don't think it could happen, but because if it matters, there's so much else that went wrong that Taysom Hill is not the biggest problem.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, I mean, I think this is an opportunity to put the Bears in a teaser, and if they lose outright, then I think you're on the right side of the bet. But so, like you said, so many things have to go wrong for the Bears to lose this game.
Now, there is an underrated aspect here. This is a revenge game.
Spencer Rattler
revenge game.
Who's he revenging against?
Caleb Williams, man. The guy who took his job.
Oh,
the guy
yeah.
who took his Heisman, took his job, and took his number 1 pick status.
Yeah. I mean, he kind of did that to himself, but yeah, let's blame Caleb.
Yeah. It's Caleb's fault, brother.
It's Caleb's fault. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't do anything to deserve to get benched and transfer to South Carolina and still not be very good. Yeah, I mean, but in the mind of an athlete, I mean, I could feel how it's kind of there.
I mean, Caleb got to Oklahoma and was instantly undermining him, like trying to find ways to become the starter, and like, there definitely wasn't a respect for the hierarchy, which like I'm not going to sit here and say is wrong, but like in my mind, if I was Spencer Rattler, I might think that was kind of wrong.
That's what happens when you build a quarterback factory and you're bringing in top guys every year. Eventually, there's going to be some sort of friction.
Yeah, but hey, revenge game.
Yeah, honestly, those 2 personalities in a quarterback room, like I would love to go back to Oklahoma and be a fly on the wall for that, because they don't seem like out of all the starting quarterbacks in the league right now. No context given whatsoever. It seems like those 2 would get along like the least out of every possible matchup.
Yeah. Now, is this Temu brand Baker Mayfield, Pat Mahomes?
Oh, absolutely. This is lower than Temu brand, and that's no disrespect to either one of these quarterbacks, but I mean they never had the big game in college, so that brings it down tremendously. But yeah, it is absolutely Mahomes versus Baker.
Love it. All right, let's move along.
All right, next up we have Miami going to Cleveland, take on the Browns.
Sicko game of the week.
2.5 point favorites in this game, 40.5 point total. Miami loses this game. Mike McDaniel's fired, right?
I mean, I guess.
The Titans already pulled the trigger on Callahan.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, I
think it felt like it was a race to who would fire their coach first between Miami and Tennessee. And with Tennessee winning that race, it seems like if you're Miami, there's still a lot of talent here.
So I will say yes, and here was my hesitation. My hesitation was, for some reason, I had the idea that Mike McDaniel runs a thin staff, and this is the thing. I thought a lot about what the details of a head coach being fired last year as a Bears fan, right? It was of like who takes over, what does that mean for their role? Like, how do you fill that? So for a thin staff, it's actually really hard to fire your head coach because like you're just dropping more weight on the next guy who's then not doing his job well enough, and then it shit rolls downhill. But like I just looked at their Pro Football Reference page. You know, they got Joe Barry as a linebackers coach and run game coordinator, defensive run game coordinator. They got Darrell Bevel as a quarterbacks coach and pass game coordinator. They got Bobby Slowick as a senior pass game coordinator. They have Eric Studesville as a associate head coach and running backs coach. Like, that's a lot of names with a lot of words and titles that like where you have the manpower there to pick it up for a guy who gets fired. So like if they
might like somebody in that building.
They might like Bobby Slowick. They might like Darrell Bevel or Joe Barry, like all guys who have a lot of experience in the league.
Yeah. So yeah, I think this is definitely a fireable offense game, and even if you're going into Cleveland as the underdog, you still can't lose that game. I can't believe Miami's the underdog in this game. Not necessarily saying I don't think Cleveland can win, but that just shows you, like, you look at the talent on that Miami team versus Cleveland, who, I mean, at what point do you just play Shadir Sanders for the vibes? I don't know. But yeah, Cleveland's a shit show. Miami's a shit show. Staying away from it. I might take the over because what Mike McDaniel is going to pull out everything he's got.
Man, this is probably dumb, but that's my motto this year is do more dumb shit, I guess. Give me the Miami money line. Like, I mean, Cleveland just traded away one of their starting corners for a guy who's more questionable. Like, if you're a player on Cleveland, what are you playing for?
And they traded away a paid guy for a guy they're probably going to let walk.
Yeah, like what are your thoughts in the locker room when you see that happen? You know, like the backbone of this defense has to be questioning what they're playing for. In my mind,
they're tearing it down in Cleveland. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another guy get moved this week.
Yeah, so like. I'm sitting here going like that, and Cleveland hasn't scored 20 points to a single game this year.
Yeah.
Miami has scored 20 points in 5 straight games, with their only game where they didn't being week 1. Like, and I mean, they didn't play the Browns defense in any of those games. Close probably the Chargers, which is still
but the Browns defense has been giving up points in the second half after they just get worn down.
Yeah, like they're going to be on the field all game. Like, I mean, Dylan Gabriel threw the ball a disgusting amount of times last week and got nothing. Like, I don't know how this offense can score points for Cleveland. Yeah. And I know Mike McDaniel will have a few explosives dialed up in there against any defense in the NFL.
Yeah, give me Miami money line.
All right. Let's move it along then.
All right, next up we have Carolina Panthers on a 2-game winning streak. Going to New York, take on the Jets. Jets are 1.5-point dogs here. I could have sworn the Jets are favored here, but 42.5-point total. Can Carolina make it 3 straight?
So Carolina on the road loses to Jacksonville by 16, loses to Arizona by 5, loses to New England by 29. Carolina at home wins by 30 against Atlanta, wins by 3 against Miami, wins by 3 against Dallas. This is a road game, but I don't trust the Jets one bit.
Justin Fields, though.
I don't care. I mean, to put it bluntly, like I don't care. Like, I mean,
the Jets have to win a game eventually. This seems like a spot where the Jets would win a game.
Do they?
And saying that out loud makes me think Carolina is about to go 3 straight here.
I think so too.
But so Carolina's favorite. Put Carolina in the teaser.
All right, I like that.
All right.
Here, well, let me see. I had one more thought here. I want to open up the Jets schedule to make sure it makes sense. The Jets, like I don't know. I don't know if Carolina's defense is very good or not, but like, man, they scored 11 points last week, and they're coming back jet lagged right now. Like,
Yeah.
I don't. I can't even bet the over. The model likes the over. That's why I bring this up. The over 42.5.
Yeah.
I'm staying away.
All right, next up we have Mike Vrabel and the New England Patriots going to Tennessee. A little bit of a revenge game. Tennessee's the underdogs by 7. I'm taking New England here. Minus a 7. And New England has to be in every single teaser this weekend.
Yeah.
6.5.
I'm going to eat crow on this. I thought in the offseason, I was like, Titans can win this game. The Titans have completely fallen apart at the seams. I
Fired the coach.
Yeah, I thought they had the talent to.
Even with that got bounced, I think this New England team is very, very hot right now. And this just seems like a Vrabel situation where he's going to prove a point.
Yeah. I mean, I am a little worried about the dead cat bounce just because, like, I do think they do some different things that are unscouted at this point in the season that can be a real advantage. But, like,
the way Drake May is playing football right now, I mean, Drake May, talking about MVPs, I mean, he strings together a 13-win season. I mean, he's going to be right there in the mix of it.
Yeah, he's balling out. So, yeah, New England minus 7. That's the play here.
All right, next up, fun matchup here. Indianapolis Colts going to the Chargers in LA. Chargers 1.5-point favorites here, 48.5-point total. Model loves Indy here. I think I might love Indy here. I think that Indianapolis offensive line, the way they're playing football right now, the way Jonathan Taylor's running the ball, the way Daniel Jones is facilitating the offense, and just the injuries galore that is going on with the Chargers right now. Chargers going to Charger. Justin Herbert's not good. If he's good, why isn't he good? No Quentin Johnson last week. Is he playing this week? I don't know. But give me Indy here. They're rolling right now. And I'll do the money line too while we're at it.
Yeah, I mean it's plus money. Like I'm gonna do the money line instead of plus 1.5. Like
there's nothing about this Chargers team that I'm jumping out of my seat for to be excited for right now.
Yeah, I mean they've still run the ball pretty well, but like you put them in passing situations and like they don't have an offensive tackle on this roster.
Yeah, and DeForest Buckner's really hard to ball right now.
Yeah, the Colts have a really deep D line rotation. Like they're gonna get home when you don't have offensive tackles.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have the New York Giants going to Denver to take on the Broncos. Broncos 7-point favorites here, 40.5-point total. Exciting Whites game.
I want nothing to do with it. I do not know what to make of these New York Giants.
Yeah.
I talked to you out of betting the Giants last Thursday, and was a jackass for doing it. Like
Buddy, you and 6 other people. I thought I was the craziest man on earth. I had so many people texting me being like, "Oh, we're on Philly tonight, right? We're on Philly," and I'm like, "No, I like the Giants." And then finally, I convinced myself to put Philly. I did a small parlay with Philly money line in it, which the other legs didn't hit either, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But originally, I was just going to be on Giants money line and Giants spread. Convinced myself to go the other way with a parlay that never came close to hitting, but the fact that I was right really, really upset me. I think the Giants are either going to prove that they're for real or that they can get up for big games. Either way, we're going to learn a lot about this Giants team, and they might be one of the most dangerous teams down the stretch. Because, I mean, you look historically, like Jackson Dart, what he did in college versus teams like Georgia and Alabama and stuff like that, the way he played. And then Cam Scatterbo in big moments, the way he played. But then you look at Cam Scatterbo versus Texas Tech last year with Texas Tech's not a very good defense, where he had 24 carries for 37 yards. So these things can...
The aspect that Jackson Dart played in a Lane Kiffin offense, it doesn't translate to the NFL at all, and that has to bounce back at some point.
And no Malik Neighbors. But if the Giants go out there and win this game, I might officially put like frisky.
I'm with you. I mean, I think they are right now. I feel like they are like too young and dumb to know they can't be good, and that can be dangerous.
They're
as long as it can last.
They're definitely dumb.
Definitely lost a few brain cells here and there, but
I mean, the way Jackson Dart was just like spearheading through the defense
after his concussion protocol,
you would have thought he was Scatterbo, and the fact that Scatterbo was the one that cleared him from a concussion is the way it made it seem. I mean, he was in the concussion tent, and Scatterbo walks in there, and then they like 4 different people have to force him out of the tent, and then all of a sudden, like Dart's playing again. It's like Scatterbo just walks in there, and he's like, "What color is purple?" And he's like, "Red." And he's like, "He's got it." Put him back in there. He
yelled that all. He didn't say it. He yelled it.
Yelled it. Yeah, I really want to take the Giants here in a teaser and get them at like 13.5, but the Giants either win this game or they lose by 20. I don't think this is a good teaser play, but it could be a good teaser play. But I would leave this off the teaser, and if you like the Giants, just take them on the money line.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, next up we have Washington. Washington going to Dallas, take on the Cowboys, Arlington. 2.5 point dogs here for Dallas. 54.5 point total here. We're putting the over in the teaser.
I like it.
Get that down to 48.5. Or 48, depending on if we do 6.5. Yeah, there's going to be points in this game. Jaden Daniels. Is Jaden Daniels regressing, or was he even that good last year?
I think he was electric last year, but like I think it was within.
There's a difference between electric and good.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Because I look at his last year's season and I'm like, yeah, like he did some really cool things. He did some things well, but like people were acting like he was Lamar Jackson or something, and I'm like, no, he's a very good quarterback that's still young, and I think that's what we're seeing this year. I mean, coming off injury, he's got a big old brace on his knee.
Which
the
Bears are trying to fuck his knee up last night.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. But there were some moments where it was like, oh, they're pushing a line here.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
Maybe
if
don't act like
that handoff if they don't do that.
Maybe don't act like you won the Super Bowl after hitting a lucky Hail Mary.
Yeah. There you go.
But yeah, I mean, so Dak Prescott doesn't really lose division games. And he's a 2.5 point home dog here. Really I like Dallas on the money line.
Okay. So
I don't know how they do it. I mean, George Pickens is the craziest man alive. Every time that motherfucker catches the ball, like he's trying to jump over people, he's punching people in the face while he's running. He's holding the ball just in his palm like this, just waving it around and going for like 150 yards every week, catching touchdowns. George Pickens is a madman that's about to make like $100 million guaranteed. But Jake Ferguson is come on big for this Cowboys team. Pokey got shut down a little bit last week. I think they can get that going back again a little bit this week against that Washington defensive line. especially after what we saw last night with what the Bears could do against them in the run game. I think Dallas is able to control the ball on offense, and maybe, just maybe, they can slow down this game enough to give their defense a chance. But I see like a 42-38 win by Dallas.
So I feel like I'm getting trapped here with this, but like last year, Matt Eberflus held Washington to 18 points. Matt Eberflus sucks. He's really bad as a defense coordinator, but his defense is really well suited for stopping running quarterbacks who don't get through their reads that well because everything is designed for 1 to 2 reads or run.
Unless they just continuously run on you like the Eagles did week 1.
Well, so the Eagles are so talented that like it changes it.
Well,
like,
not really, because he shut down the Eagles completely. Jalen Hurts just rushed for 120 yards.
Okay.
So, like, they did everything right. They just couldn't tackle him once he passed the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's true. But like last year, they held him down. They kicked Justin Fields' ass this year, right? They held him in nothing because they're a similar archetype of quarterback, and Jalen Hurts is another similar archetype of quarterback to Jalen Daniels. Jalen Daniels is the best version of the three, I think. But like,
probably
at the same time, the defensive strategy that Eberflus employs is the best way to slow a Jalen Daniels down in my mind. So like, I'm with you on Dallas money line here, but I do feel like I am talking myself into a bit of a trap as I'm doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking Dallas money line solely for the fact of how Dak Prescott's playing football right now, about how he doesn't lose division games. And this is solely offensively based. I think they're just going to outscore their Commanders.
Yeah.
I don't like whether or not they can stop Jaden Daniels has nothing to do with my thoughts on why Dallas can win this game. And I think Dallas.
I keep saying Jalen Daniels because Tech just played Kansas. Jaden Daniels.
But yeah, like my thoughts on whether or not they can stop Jaden Daniels has nothing to do with my thoughts on this game. I just think Dallas can score more points.
Yeah. Okay. I like it.
So that's my reasoning behind it. All right, next up, we have Green Bay going to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Cardinals 6.5-point dogs at home, 44.5-point total here. God, I want to take Arizona here. Almost a touchdown underdog at home. Green Bay hasn't been playing well. Cardinals have shot themselves in the foot a couple of times. I mean, they're losing close games. And when you continuously lose close games is when you get your coach fired, because good coaches win close games, bad coaches lose close games, and they're just losing all the close ones. I wouldn't be surprised if Arizona goes and wins this by double digits, and we're sitting through 7 weeks of the season, and then people start seriously questioning, like, what is wrong with Green Bay? But at the same time, Jordan Love has about 5 or 6 games a year where he's the best quarterback in the league. Mm-hmm. And this just kind of feels like a spot where he does it, right?
Honestly, I think Arizona's defensive scheme is something that Love could struggle with.
Yeah.
It's not static. It's very, very, like, super variable, constantly changing. But, like, I need to know Kyler Murray's playing.
Yeah.
Because Kyler Murray playing changes this game to me because, like, so I don't think Parsons matters as much. I don't think their pass rush matters as much because Kyler Murray can create magic at times.
Yeah.
But if it's Jacoby Brissett, I don't think Arizona can win this game.
Yeah, I don't know who's starting. So
yeah, I'm not seeing any updates either.
I'm leaving this one on the burner, but I think Arizona wins this game.
We'll revisit it Sunday. I think I like the idea of Arizona money line, just like sprinkling it there, but like I need to know Kyler's playing.
Yeah. All right. Then next up we have Atlanta going to San Francisco to take on the 49ers. 49ers 3-point favorites at home. 46.5 point total here. I already talked about it a little bit earlier. I'm taking San Fran in this spot.
I'm taking the under 46.5. I don't know. Do I want to do that? I don't. I'm gonna go against the model there. I'm just gonna avoid this. My initial thought was the model's been good at unders, but like the model also doesn't realize that Fred Warner is out for the year now. So like, and there's no way for me to communicate that to math. So yeah, no, I'm staying away. I don't, because I think I could see this being higher scoring. I kind of like San Fran to win it, but like
Atlanta going across the country after coming off a big win. I think this is typical lay an egg spot. Like, I mean, I was all over Atlanta whenever they got the shit beat out of them by Carolina, and I'm still not over it. So, I think that's the play here.
Yeah, I respect it.
All right, next up we have Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Detroit Lions. Probably game of the week. The fact that this is Sunday Night Football is incredible. Or is this Sunday Night Football or Monday Night Football? I think they're doing 2 games again on Monday night.
Are they?
I think Atlanta and San Fran might be the Sunday night game.
Let's see. I can.
Let me do a quick check.
I got it right here.
Week 7.
So this is Monday.
This is Monday Night Football. That's lame. It's on my anniversary. And for my anniversary, there'd be nothing better than another big time Baker Mayfield win, because that's where I won most of my money this year.
Mecca Igbuka.
He's out.
I know.
But, I mean, Taz Johnson, Sterling Shepard.
Dude,
I
forgot that
Rashawn White
and Baker Mayfield terrorized Texas Tech until like they brought it up. I just put that so far out of my memory until they brought it up on the broadcast. I was like, thanks. I forgot.
Him and Dede Westbrook. Westbrook, man.
Yeah. And Samaje P.
Dede Westbrook is like selling. I saw an ad for Dede Westbrook selling like real estate in Norman area. I don't know why it was a targeted ad for me the other day. Like, I'm fucking moving to Norman, but I'm like, dude, that dude's got to be making a killing in Norman, Oklahoma, selling real estate.
Absolutely.
Like, who wouldn't want to? Like, every OU fan's like, babe, we got to buy a house. Like, why? It's like, Dede Westbrook's our real. Like, we gotta buy. I can't look like a bitch in front of Dede Westbrook. We have to take the offer. Like,
yeah.
There's grown men who just have that conversation with their wife, and it's like,
yeah,
somebody's selling their house, and like, I know it's $12,000 below asking, but like, he told me we should probably take it. So like,
am I just going to not trust Dede Westbrook?
Like, did you see what he did to Texas Tech in his 4-touchdown game? Like, they're the number 7 team in the country right now, babe. Oh, man. Give me Tampa Bay money line here. I'm rolling with the MVP.
All right.
And then last but not least, we had Houston traveling out west, take on Seattle Seahawks. Seattle, who in the last 2 years has been I'm pretty sure this is true. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I'm pretty sure this is true. The worst home team in the league, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
Seattle's 3.5 point favorites at home, 40.5 point total. Houston. Everybody talks about Cleveland's defense, but I think they talk about Cleveland's defense because of how bad the offense is. And I think Houston's getting a little bit – they're not getting the shine they deserve for how good this defense has been. And the last time we saw Houston, granted it was against the Ravens.
Guess how many points Houston allowed?
This year?
5 games.
5 games. 42.
61. But you know who the second closest is?
In 5 games?
5 games?
Browns?
Broncos
Seattle?
at 95. Or that's it. Broncos are at 6 games through 95.
Yeah.
I was looking at the Vikings.
But that is still a 30-point
games,
difference.
97 through 5 games for the Vikings. Like, that's a 30-point difference.
Yeah. No, this Houston defense
That's
is
the NFL.
for real. And the last time we saw this offense play, I mean, it looked like Nico Collins is starting to find his rhythm back in that offense. CJ Stroud's starting to sling it. If they can figure out that run game, they're going to be dangerous. But Seattle's damn good.
Coming off the bye, Houston has to have some answers. They have to. Like,
I
there's
think
only
Houston-
so much you can do with that O-line, but, like, it has to
I
be
think
good.
Houston wins this game, and I think I'm going to parlay Miami, Tampa Bay, and Houston money line.
I'm taking
and-
plus 3.5.
Give me the money line, and I'm doing a little dogs got to eat parlay. We'll add that in there. By the way, our teaser at 6 points pays plus 260. And then I got to figure out what this parlay is real quick. Okay. So Houston, Tampa, and Indy. Oh, hold on. I have an extra one in here. If you want to include the Patriots -7, it's 30-1, but we're going to take that out.
What's
All
that,
right,
6.5?
Probably plus 200, I would assume.
And what was it at?
260.
All right.
So plus 1,500. Colts, Texans, Bucks money line. Dogs got to eat.
Dogs gotta eat. Big dogs gotta eat.
Yep. So yeah, I think that's I kind of love this parlay. A little $100 to win 1,500.
It's a nice payday.
Oh God, I might do it. All right. Well, we need a new slogan. It's the first time we're not even like halfway through the year.
I know.
And we're dead wrong. Like, do we just get on like the Bake MVP? Don't forget it.
Nah, that's too mainstream though. Everyone's on the Baker MVP train.
I mean, I feel like the Chiefs have been buried. And I think they're going to win the Super Bowl.
Chiefs are inevitable.
I mean, we're 7 weeks into it. They're not even in the playoff picture right now. And I think they're going to win the Super Bowl.
Chiefs are inevitable.
All right, well, that'll be it for this week. I think Q is going to bring y'all a quick little pod, going through everything real quick, and then I will be back next week for both. So excited to see what Week 7 brings us. I think we found out a lot this week. Is Chicago for real? Does Miami lose their coach? What happens in the NFC East? Did the Chiefs go on a roll, or Green Bay frauds? Well, what about the New York Giants? I mean, so many questions to be answered this week. I feel like this is the week of questions, or the week of answers. Last week was the week of questions. This week is the week of answers.
Heard it here first.
I heard it here first. Tune into Week 7 to get your answers.
Chiefs are inevitable. Adios.
Chiefs are inevitable.